Kia ora everyone. I hope that you are having a good day or night or whatever. Excuse my birdness like here. I'm on a limited time, so there's only so much I could do. Today I'd like to talk about friendship, socializing, and social anxiety. Okay, let's just say that you take an online personality quiz, and it gets to the part where it asks you what group that you're part of in high school. It gives you the options of the popular group, the jocks, the stoners, the nerds, the loners, etc. I could imagine that you would pick the loners, right? Or the stoners, give or take. Yeah, no, I identify myself with being a loner, or had been. I mean, I guess I still am now. But yeah, at high school, I was a loner. And the first couple of years, I had a girl group, but I guess I didn't really fit in. It wasn't my scene. They would talk about shoes, makeup, clothes, what they're going to do on the weekend, boys, etc., etc., all that normal stuff. And I just kind of sat there in the background with my headphones on, listening to music, and I just kind of hung out with them because that's what I thought I was supposed to do. It was important for me to be able to fit in. But yeah, so I ended up leaving girl groups, a lot of them, come my senior years, and I had befriended an international student. She was from Hong Kong, and I was able to have those rich and deep, meaningful conversations with her, despite the fact she didn't know much English. And it was the best choice that I had made. Yeah, I was a bit of a loner, but I had my friend from Hong Kong, and that's all I really needed. I'd go into class and it was all good. Like, I wasn't a snob or anything. I was genuinely interested in people and would talk to people occasionally, but it never got to a friendship status with anyone else really. And I did struggle a little bit with having small talk conversations with people, but as I said, I was generally interested in people. And um yeah, nowadays I don't I don't have any friends really. I have two people I keep in contact um around where I live here in Tauranga. And one of them I'd probably see maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks, and she's the one that I go out socializing with. I do believe that it is important to balance yourself. If you are an introvert, it is important to balance yourself and get yourself out there every now and again and meet people. Yeah, so this chick I do that with, and she's really cool. She's my extrovert friend that I do cool things with. And we can go 2 weeks without talking, and that's fine. I'm absolutely fine with giving her the space and all of that. And other than that, a lot of my rich friendships are those people who I have met online that are spread all across the world. And I can tell you that those friendships are the most rich and meaningful friendships that I have ever had. And it's really sad because, I wish that I could find people like that around where I live now. But, I think, I haven't. I'm just waiting for those people that I can connect with. But it is amazing having these friendships all across the world. They bring different perspectives to my life. I get to learn about their cultures and, the how they grew up, what they had to deal with. And, like a friend of mine, he has dealt with a lot of turmoil in his life, and has experienced, a lot of people passing away. And, it has given me a lot of insight into that kind of life, struggling with gangs and all of that. And so it's really, it holds great interest to me, and it's amazing to learn about these things and to connect with people like that. Yeah, and I mean, there's lots of others, lots of other interesting things. And yeah, I'm very, very much grateful of these people, and I can have those deep, meaningful conversations. And a lot of them, their first language is in English, so it's I can still have those really awesome conversations. Now, I just wish, me being idealistic, I wish I could just jump on a plane and see all of them. I'm going to Norway in February and meeting some of my friends over there, which is going to be really awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. But yeah, okay, about socializing. Well, as I mentioned, I have my friend who I go out socializing with who lives here. Um, yeah, I kind of, I guess, in a way, hide behind her a lot of the time. I'm not talkative at all. Like when I meet people, I I just kind of sit in the background and observe them all. Um, yeah, I don't have much to say, and I won't open up to anyone unless I can fully trust them. I think if people knew how I truly felt or what I truly thought, they'd be a little bit scared. So I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, I guess when I meet people, I'm afraid that they're gonna think that I'm weird, or I don't know. Yeah, I'm afraid of people's judgments. Okay, look, I admit it. I care what people think. I do. And, as much as, you see those memes and they're all like, just don't give an F what people think. I just can't. I mean, I do care because, I want people to like me. I do. I'm sorry. It's just the way that it is for me. So, when I meet people, I'm generally reserved because I am a certain way that is different, and it's not like I'm not myself. I'm always myself. I keep, I guess I hold a lot of myself back until I truly get to know somebody. And yeah, I mean, I don't want to go all full out and show everyone my crazy brain. But yeah, so yeah, that's what it's like when I socialize. Yeah. Big crowds, I get anxious being in and around. It is like my palms get sweaty, my breathing gets really shallow. I feel like, I mean, too extreme. Sometimes I feel like I could pass out. I guess that's the shallow breathing, like I just hold my breath. My heart rate increases, and I feel like everyone is watching me. And okay, I guess sometimes they are. I mean, I've got blue hair, so I can't really talk. But and even before I had blue hair, I've had this hair color for about 8 months now. And before that, I had my natural hair color, which is a light brunette. And even then, I mean, it was worse for me back then, my social anxiety. And I mean, it got to the point where I was so afraid to leave the house. Like, I would walk down the street and I'd just feel like, God, like, oh, I was on a reality show and everyone was watching me and they were all critics and I don't know, weirdest thing. Yeah, and it makes me so nervous, and it's gotten a lot better. But, like, for example, last night I went out to a gourmet food festival, and to cut a long story short, I ended up buying Subway and sat in the car. Like, I know I sound really boring, but I mean, it doesn't happen all the time. But I was there, and there was a lot of people around, and they were cool. They were all like ethnic like, and a bit hippie. So it was my scene a little bit. But for some reason, just last night, I was like, I just don't even want to see anyone. I don't know why. And I mean, I'm I'm in the house a lot because I'm a full-time mum, and I mean I'll get out and do things with my daughter, take her to playgroup and all of that stuff. Um, and you know, I do a lot of the time feel confined by being at home, and I just want to get out, you know. And even being an introvert, I think a lot of us do feel like we can be shackled to our house and we just need to get out and get some fresh air. You know, I appreciate that. But for some reason, you know, I've been in the house for a few days because I've been sick. But yeah, so yesterday was the first time I've been out of the house in a good couple of days, and for some reason, it just didn't work out for me. It didn't work out in my favour, and I just wanted to sit in the car and hide from everybody, which was really annoying. And as I said, I'm not like that all the time. I can put on a brave front and socialise, but I think it's got to be in my state of mind. I guess I don't know what it was, but that happens to me, and yeah, that's just the way that it is, and I'm working on it. So basically what I'm trying to say here is that if you do suffer from social anxiety, just don't even worry about it. It is a normal thing, and there are so many people that do suffer from it, and other things. You know, we're not perfect. There's so many things about a person that makes us so imperfect, and that is a good thing, you know. If we try and please everyone, we're just gonna make ourselves suffer. And I mean, so what if I go to a gourmet food festival and I realise that I just want to get Subway and sit in the car? Like, oh well, I'll try again next time. Yeah. If you don't have friends, that's okay too, because you know, just be yourself, and those friends will come along, the ones that truly matter. I mean, I've been burned so many times. I'd part of these girl groups, I'd make these plans with them, and let's just say I'd make a plan to go to the movies, and come time to go to the movies, no one would turn up. So I'm like, well, screw it. I'm done. I'm done with being disappointed all the time. If someone wants to be my friend, they can come to me, and you know, I like who I am. I mean, despite me suffering from social anxiety and stuff, I like who I am, and I would be my friend. And if no one wants to, then they're missing out. And I guess, you know, I'm waiting for the right people to come along, and I'm just, as I said, I'm so grateful for these friends I have all across the world that do actually appreciate me, and you know, they've gotten to know me. I've known them for years and years, and I love it, you know. So yeah, if you have no friends, that is not your fault. That is people who are missing out on getting to know the real you, and you are special. So yeah. Anyway, I hope this video has helped in some way, shape or form, and time is ticking and I shall get going. So I hope you have a good day, evening, night, morning, wherever you are in the world. Bye.